Today, guys, we're going to talk about somebody despicable. We're going to talk about child murderers. Now, this child murderer did something especially disgusting. Wait, he was a vegan? Yeah, maybe he's not that bad, you know, he murdered children, so what? At least it wasn't a cow. Yeah, am I right? Hello everybody, I'm the monkey, and today we're going to talk about something what I've been meaning to talk about since I started this. Vegan YouTubers. And now, just to clarify before I get into this, it's not all vegan YouTubers are that bad, okay? I'm sure there's like some very nice, understandable ones what would actually make a good argument for veganism. And this is not meant to be an attack on any vegan, you know, actual vegans out there. Because, you know, I had a TA back at school who was a vegan. She was a very nice woman. We talked about like horror movies a lot. She's great. She's very nice, yeah. So, understandably, I am not, you know, gonna complain that all vegans are the same, but these ones in particular are awful people. And considering that 3 individuals in particular have been starting up something and actually made my stomach turn a bit, is kind of why I'm making this video. So, without any further ado, let's get into the one what makes me the least mad. He's actually alright, to be honest. Okay, first person on this list is Ask Yourself. And, you know, he's the least worst here. Reason being, unlike the other 2 what I'm going to talk about in this, he actually gives you the option to think about it. Right? Like the other 2 force you into it. Force you into the deep end. Demanding that you're vegan. But this guy, he's just... I mean, don't really take my word for it. Just ask yourself. You decide. Yeah, you know. But preferably go vegan. Okay, that's slightly better. I give you 1 point for that. But the problem what I do have with him is that he's quick to defend any vegan, regardless if they're a good person or not, right? Like he directly re-uploaded Vegan Games' video of his channel being terminated. I'm gonna get into Vegan Games eventually. And he commented on somebody else's video that he feels bad that his comment section is rightfully so full of hate, and just kind of plugs his Discord in there. Okay, at first sight that may seem like a very small issue what you could have with somebody, but if you just defend somebody because they're vegan or anything like that, you kind of come off a bit shallow, right? You can't just go, you're okay because you're vegan. That's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. You murdered a child. You're vegan. It's fine. You should judge them by the context of their character, and just don't judge them by whatever lifestyle they choose. And I hope you take that, you know, thought in mind. I like you to ask yourself, just keep that thought in mind.
If you don't take this offer right now, I will lose all respect for you and punch you.
Right, I'm just calling him Reed. His actual name, or I think his actual name, he may have just made it up to make him sound smart. Because I don't want to give his YouTube name any attention. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys won't go to his channel at all, but just in case. So, I've censored his profile picture and his, you know, title, name, whatever, with a picture of a hamburger. I'm sure that won't be offensive at all.
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
Okay, I do like Reed a bit better than, you know, the final person that I talk about here, because he is smart in some cases, and he will admit when, you know, something is, you know, funny, or that he will be perfectly fine when somebody admits that they're wrong, right? I like that. He does seem smart. He has some evidence. I like it. But the fault here is that he's not reasonable. When you try and have a reasonable conversation with him, he does this. This, and this, and this, and this. And the other problem is that he's got the same problem as Ask Yourself. Alright. He will defend anybody vegan. Alright. He defended vegan games. And he called out Combat Wombat for this.
So yeah, to me, that human that killed himself is far more valuable.
Well, hold up now, we're not talking about if a human killing themselves is more tragic than a cow being killed. We're talking about if the moral value of a dead body, once that person is already dead, is greater than that of a living cow. Logan Paul didn't force or convince someone to commit suicide, he made fun of that person's dead body. The whole—
Smoke. You know, I can't tell if you're joking. What?
Really? Are you serious? Alright, I really didn't want to get into the moral ambiguity of veganism or eat meat, alright, because I feel like I'll be slapping the people who I know, who are very nice people, who are also happen to be vegan. And hell, my mum's a vegetarian, for Christ's sake. But for this individual purpose, I feel like I have to get into it. So you get a man, he's been through so much pain that he felt like he had nothing to live for and just ended his life. And some asshole coming over making fun of it. And then you have a cow. It doesn't do much. It eats grass. It drinks water. And then at the end, it feels pain and gets turned into steak. I know the ethical treatment of animals in slaughterhouses is awful, and I wish I could change it. But it's not worse than suicide. And just saying this makes you look like an asshole. With these guys so far, I've pointed out some some redeeming qualities about them. But with Vegan Gains, I actually think he is the worst person on this site. Because he does such memorable things as this.
I'm going to beat this once and for all.
Pete, you're terrified of dying, you've bawled your eyes out crying in your other cancer update videos, and the only way you can cope with this fear of dying is by trying to convince yourself that, oh yeah, no matter what, I'll pull through. Well, you're a pussy. I was planning on showing you guys footage of my grandfather actually having the heart attack, but a bunch of people in my family, my mom, my grandmother, uncles, shit like that, they threw a big fucking fit about me showing that footage on YouTube. Logan Paul doesn't hold life sacred enough. He turns dead bodies practically into stage props. That's a funny statement coming from one who turns living animals into food products.
Love to just slide a knife right across his throat and just watch him, like, just look all scared when, you know, he's just dying.
Okay, I'll tell you. You are the worst person I know.
Yeah, and all that. Tip of the iceberg. He's done much more. And, you know, I'm sure he has some redeeming qualities. I'm sure he's not like this in real life. But he sure hell doesn't show it that way. And, yeah, that's not even the worst part of this. Yes, this is like my 5th try saying this. But Vegan Gains got his channel terminated. And even though he's an awful person, he didn't deserve to get his channel terminated. Alright, that means he has no income. That means that he can't feed any potential family members what he has. Right? But maybe even if he learns, this could teach him that maybe his words have consequences. Maybe he can, you know, try and be a better person. and maybe he can gain the respect of everybody here on YouTube. And the previous two people defended him, demanded that his channel get brought back. I don't know if they know about the things what he did, or that they just didn't care. He was vegan, he deserves to be back. He's more pure than anybody who eats meat, of course. But it does make me lose some hope in YouTube that this channel got back. It does show that there's no justice here, that you can get wrongfully accused of something like Monkey Jones did. He won't get back, but Vegan Gains, he had enough pushback to get him back. Or there's a possibility that he could have been wrongfully accused and YouTube realised that, but it seems to be more likely that the pushback got him back on this site, and that makes me sick. It really does. Well, I'm sorry that I got a bit serious near the end, but this is a topic where I thought that joking around wasn't really appropriate for. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed. If you wanted something a bit less serious, I recommend you go to my second channel. I've made a new video. I'll leave the link at the end card, and you can click on it if you want. And if you did enjoy, please leave a like. If you disagree with me, please comment. I don't want like a huge, backlash. Just leave a reasonable comment and we could have a reasonable discussion. And if you're new, I hope you subscribe, because I have an empty void in my heart, and your subscription is the only thing that can fill me. Okay, goodbye. Yeah. I have nothing funny to do. I'm gonna go to McDonald's.
Some days you wanna take it easy and free with some country goodness for your family. Kick on back and smile for a while. Have a joyful burger. Do it in style.
Love to just slide a knife right across his throat.
Send help.